Hundreds of people tried to survive on just one chunk in Minecraft, but that was too easy. So today, the chunk's gonna change every single day, and it's gonna be totally random. No. And I'm gonna live on this chunk for a whole 100 days in Minecraft Hardcore. On day 1, I spawned in a chunk that was made of flower pots. Bruh, no way, this is insane. How am I supposed to survive on this chunk? There's literally nothing here except pots. How am I even gonna get any resources? Okay, fine, I kinda lied. Lucky blocks also spawn in the chunk. There aren't that many though, but still, it's I almost failed the challenge on day 1. I started super carefully digging my way to the lucky blocks so I wouldn't fall off these pots. Cleared out a little area real slow because, you know, anything can come out of lucky blocks. Broke my first lucky block and, what even is that thing? Yeah, so on day 1, I got like baby castor or something. Then from the second block, I got a pretty decent bow, not gonna lie. Then a slime house popped out and I broke it down right away for some blocks. And then I met this one villager who was totally trying to scam me for my loot. Yeah, no, I ain't that dumb. Get lost, dude. At one point, I almost got wrecked by a zombie in full diamond armor. I kept getting all this useless junk like prismarine and cake, and then something really annoying happened. No, I could have had iron armor already. Oh, great, it's you again. Go away, dude, I'm done with you. When the sun started going down, I built a platform outside the chunk. Then I celebrated the end of the day with some cake. And on just one day, I managed to collect all this stuff. So yeah, I actually survived the first day of this hardcore run. But what came next was just insane. And trust me, you gotta see it. Next day, my chunk turned into a fence, so I went back to opening lucky blocks again. Bro, that's not even funny, what the heck? I got a bunch of redstone junk that was like totally useless right now, so I just dumped it in a corner for later. I got plans for that mess. Make sure you watch till the end to see what I do with it. Unlike the pots, the fence took way longer to break. It was so boring to dig through. Oh, I'm so done digging this stupid fence with my bare hands. Oh no! Next day, the chunk turned into moss, and that's actually sick. Moss gives a big boost for leveling up, but mobs started spawning in there too, and they were actually kind of scary. So I started mining moss really careful, even skipped lucky blocks for it, cause moss was like top priority right now. Green guy, no, dude, what the heck? Okay, after fighting off 2 skellies, I finally got 9 stacks of moss. Then the chunk switched to mossy stone, and I couldn't even mine it, bruh. So I spent that day building a moss platform instead. Believe it or not, that platform's gonna help us get our very first tree. Drop a comment if you already figured out how I'm gonna do it. Also, I made a tiny little box to hide in really quick. Even slapped a redstone lamp and a door in there. Used that redstone trash I got earlier, lol. Next morning, I scooped up the loot from the mobs that burned, turned the bones into bone meal, used it on a moss block, and bam, I got an azalea bush. So yeah, that's how I got my first tree. And I chopped it down right away. Then I used it to craft a workbench and my first wooden tools. Also made a chest because my inventory was full. When I wanted to go back to opening lucky blocks, OMG, the whole chunk turned into gold blocks. I got hyped imagining my base made out of all gold blocks. Then I remembered I only had a wooden pickaxe, so no way I'm mining gold blocks. So all I could do was farm wood and gather dirt, because even normal dirt is super valuable in the survival mode. Next day, the chunk turned into stone, and I thought, this is awesome. Finally, I can make stone tools. Oh, wait, what? No way? But no, they were infected with annoying silverfish crawling out non-stop, and more kept coming. I had no idea what to do with them. Seriously, how many are there? After crafting a wooden sword, I felt a lot more confident. So I decided to fight those annoying silverfish. But somehow after every hit, there were more and more of them. This totally reminds me of dorm life. But then I fought cockroaches the same way. Try not to let them get close. I finally beat that crazy swarm of silverfish. Nope, this is just trash. I broke one block and look how many popped out. Oh, disgusting creepy bugs, I hate you. Dang it, I even accidentally hit the platform. Next day, the chunk turned into obsidian blocks. I got hyped right away because I found a lucky block. Breaking obsidian wasn't even an option though. It takes forever. So I tried sneaking past it somehow. somehow. But no, I can't reach it. Dang it. Nah, no lucky blocks for me today either. On day 11, the chunk turned into glass blocks. And finally, I got lucky. This was the perfect chance to open some lucky blocks. Right away, I got water, lava, and milk. Okay, I hope the next drop's way cooler than... Wait, how much HP did he just lose? Out of the lucky block popped a fully decked out zombie in diamond armor. And guess what? His name was Bob. I tried to take him down, but started taking damage because his armor was enchanted with thorns. So I just gave up on him and went looking for more lucky blocks. And guess what happened? No, forget it! What? A netherite pickaxe? Seriously, a netherite pickaxe? No way! Suddenly the chunk turned into cobwebs and I started slowly falling down, but I easily got out of the web and decided to head back to the platform. I also gathered some string to finally craft a bed, cause with a bed I can skip days with bad blocks, like this one. After 15 days, I still couldn't level up properly, so I'm still running around with a wooden pickaxe, and survival here is getting harder and harder every day. So I decided it's time to change something and build a super safe and cool base. In a few days, I farmed 15 stacks of wood and started building a wooden platform for our future home. And at night, I barely survived a raid by miners. Those pests, ugh. Oh, and people who voted for phantoms in Minecraft life, I seriously hate you. Anyway, I finished the platform and it came out pretty big. Meanwhile, the chunk turned into oak leaves, which was great because apples dropped from them. And I was running out of rotten flesh, risking running out of food altogether. Dang, my FPS drops a bit because of all these falling leaves, but those falling leaves gave me a whole new problem. I was scared they'd all fall and I wouldn't be able to climb back up and I just fall down. So I started climbing up as fast as I could, but I'm not a really good parkour player. I'm just jumping like, no. I left these blocks here way back in the first days. At one point, there were barely any people left. So I just grabbed some blocks and built up to my platform. At least I got some apples, so it's not all bad. Oh man, the chunk's almost gone. When I got back, I placed the base for our future house. After thinking about it, I decided to use chopped wood, cause for some reason, I just like it better. Then I started building the frame. Bang, 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 bang. Dang it, I could really use some scaffolding right now. So yeah, I ended up with this ugly mess of a build. And I started working on the walls, but then I saw a super weird lucky block. Whoa, what's this blue lucky block? I've never even seen one before. Wonder what it does. OMG, no way! Hyped by this awesome find, I grabbed my axe and went hunting for more blue lucky blocks. I was hoping for tons of epic loot, but no, I didn't find any. No more blue lucky blocks anywhere. Looks like it was just a one-time thing. A bit bummed, I started opening regular lucky blocks instead. Got a crazy battle sword with 130 damage, but it was almost broken. Then I got something really weird next. Wait, is that a golem riding a creeper? Looks like I already know what I'm gonna use one of my super hits on. Boom! That was my first iron. Oh wait, it's green! On day 30, I got back to building. Started filling in walls, putting down floors, and the ceiling. And this is kind of what I ended up with. Honestly, I'm not super happy with it. Man, that's just way too much wood everywhere. Hey guys, drop a comment. What do you think? Do you like it or not? So I decided to go hunting for lucky blocks, hoping to get some cool stuff. First thing I got was iron armor. And yep, that's my first armor after 34 days surviving. Oh no, not that witch again. Oh, whew. Oh, but that nasty witch managed to poison me at the last second! By the way, moving around the chunk using trapdoors was actually kind of fun. Instead of breaking them, I just opened the trapdoors. And to reach tricky spots, I could just crawl through them. And from the last lucky block I opened, I got a gardener's kit with every kind of wood you can imagine. So I immediately decided to plant every type of tree, but then I remembered dark oak only grows with 4 saplings and I only had 2. So for the next few days, I was hunting for the perfect wood combo. I wanted my house to look absolutely awesome. My favorite was the stripped spruce wood look. So I chopped down some and waited for it to grow back, cause I ran out of bone meal. Oh, wait, what? No way, it just grew instantly? What? I want that look too. Nah. Guess it was just a one-time thing. Since I couldn't speed up the spruce growth at all, farming took me forever. So for a few days, I kept doing the same thing. Planting, waiting, chopping. And now our building looks like this. Well, to me it looks better now. What do you think? Huh? But still, one thing was missing: the roof. And this is my favorite part of the house. So I grew the bamboo I got earlier. Luckily, it grew right before my eyes, and I used it to make scaffolding, which made building the roof much easier. I decided to make the main part of the roof from oak stairs, and the trim from spruce stairs. With the roof done, it really started to look like a house. But inside, I got an unpleasant surprise. Oh, no. I get it, okay. There were more hostile mobs spawning inside, so I had to fix the lighting issue. To do that, I needed to make a log generator, but all my blocks were flammable. So I waited for the first suitable block. It was blackstone, and I made a separate platform out of it away from the flammable blocks. By the way, check out this new log generator design, folks. Pour water on the mangrove roots, place lava here, and that's it. Very simple modern log farm. After a few minutes of farming, I crafted myself a furnace, made charcoal, and finally crafted some torches. Oh, and some stone tools. I beat back all the unwanted guests and, so to speak, brought some light in. Now I could finally focus on the final touches of the house. I built a fence and kind of a gate. By the way, it feels a bit empty here. I'll add something cool here later. Set up storage area and my sleeping spot. Whew, now this is what I call a real home. But let's rewind and remember how messed up I was at the start of the survival run. I had nothing, like not even solid ground beneath me. And now look, I've got a safe, super cool base. From absolutely nothing, I crafted basic tools with my own hands, and the best part, I didn't die once in over 50 days, all while stuck on a chunk that kept throwing every kind of crazy stuff at me. But honestly, that was nothing compared to what was waiting next. On day 60, that special blue lucky block showed up again. Maybe they only spawn on certain days? Hey, anyone remember what day I found the first lucky blue block? If you do, drop it in the comments. But this time, out of the lucky block actually flew out a skeleton rider. That thing straight up took half my HP in one hit. No, Barely managed to hide from that crazy skeleton and got a good look at it. It was literally flying on a horse, and there's no way I was fighting that thing mid-air. So I decided to just wait it out and sleep through the night. Figured maybe it'd get bored and fly off to do skeleton stuff, but nope. It stayed. So I crafted a shield and decided it was time to throw down with this skeleton. Yo, Scaredy, come on down here. Since it was flying, hitting it was nearly impossible. But I landed some solid hits on its horse and knocked that flyer right to the ground. After that, fighting it got way easier. So yeah, I finally beat it and scored some armor with some pretty sick enchantments. By day 61, I was fully geared up. But the very next day, I woke up with crazy FPS lag. Yo, what's going on? What the heck is this? But then everything went quiet and I figured out what just happened. The chunk turned into potatoes and almost all of it dropped right away. So I decided to pick them up since I ate all of my apples fighting that horse guy and had no food left. So I wanted to grab as many as I could and make the farm later. Though honestly, why bother with a farm? I've got enough potatoes to last the whole game. But whatever, I'm making the farm anyway because I want to fill up this empty spot. But for a farm, I needed dirt. Good thing I grabbed some hardened dirt earlier when I was spreading azalea. All I had to do was till it with my netherite hoe, yo. Bucket of water. Wait. What? Where'd the water go? Well, no, wait, there are squids spawning now. Anyway, farm was ready and the yard looked way cooler. Next day, I got a whole army of skeletons from a lucky block that nearly killed me instantly. I barely escaped just in time. What the heck is going on here? At first I wanted to fight them like a man, but after a couple hits I freaked out and decided to handle this smarter. No, don't look at me like that. I'm not a scaredy cat. I messed with them for a while, but still totally took them down. Bonus, I got a bunch of broken gear. But hey, now I can upgrade to an iron sword. And again, I woke up with no FPS. Dang, what's breaking down this time? It was amethyst clusters dropping in big piles too. Moving on them was kinda sketchy because I was low-key scared I'd fall. Then I got cows, sheep, and pigs from a lucky block and I knew I had to get them out of there somehow. So I rushed home and crafted a lead for the sheep. Started building a ramp to bring my new buddies out later. But getting them out was way harder than I thought. So the cows and sheep totally disappeared somewhere down there and I only managed to rescue 2 pigs. I tied them to the fence and ran back to grab the rest of the animals. But I couldn't see them anywhere until I just randomly looked over there? Yeah, let's all pretend that didn't happen, okay, cool? I had zero clue how that even happened, but I had to save them somehow. So my genius plan was to build up to them from underneath. Just a little platform and a ladder to get them out of there. Didn't want to leave them chilling out in the open, so I decided to build a stable. Started by making the platform bigger for it, laid out the frame, and slapped a roof on it. But nah, it looked bad, so I scrapped it and redid the whole thing. Now it looked like okay-ish, like not terrible. Come on guys, let me show you your new place. Welcome home, y'all can live here forever if you want. Well, until I get hungry. But then the chunk gave me this. I was just opening lucky blocks all chill, and then out of nowhere, bam, I got trapped in an obsidian box with a freaking Bob. And I didn't even have blocks to get out, bruh. Yo, what is this setup? Let me out, no. So yeah, I had no choice. I had to fight Bob. I was seriously scared. He just one-tapped me. And I kept taking damage because his armor had thorns. Bruh, really? This was like ultra sweat mode battle. But I actually clutched it and won. But that wasn't even the end. I had no blocks and no clue how to escape. So I legit had to start punching obsidian with a stone pick like a woodpecker. Oh, yeah, I broke it. So, like, right before morning, I finally escaped that cursed chunk. And after all the chaos, I decided to take a break for a few days. Did some farming, messed with animals, you know, chill stuff. Basically just tried to chill as hard as I could. Then I randomly noticed the obsidian box they trapped me in. It actually spawned a bit outside the chunk, so it didn't fully disappear. So I'm like, bro, this is the perfect chance to go to the Nether. Plus, I was low-key curious what it would look like. So I spent the whole day breaking it with a stone pick just to make a window or something. Whole day gone in 1 sec, how wild is that? But the portal still needed to be lit, and I didn't even have flint and steel. Then I remembered I got blaze powder on like day 1. Mixed it with gunpowder and charcoal, made a fire charge like a genius. Used that bad boy to finally light the portal. Alright boys, see y'all in the Nether! And the Nether? Yeah, it was just one chunk too. Also totally made of random blocks. And there were these cursed Nether lucky blocks I was dying to crack open. Only thing, walking on the lightning rods was super sketchy. Made me think back to day 1 with the flower pots, lol. But the lucky blocks, they dropped all this crazy Nether loot. Golden ink, soul sand, netherrack, all the spooky stuff. And then I got this super weird thing. Like, bro, what even is this? What happens if I hit this pressure plate, huh? Oh? And then I got netherite scrap out of nowhere. I was so hyped, I straight up sprinted home to make a netherite ingot. But yeah, that's when things got bad. Yo, what is happening? What? Turns out while I was gone, the whole chunk turned into lava and lit my wood path to the portal on fire. I bolted back home because I thought my house was gonna catch too. And it almost did. My moss platform was on fire and got like 1 block away from my base. I tried to put it out fast, but bro, it was not fast enough. Had to get rid of the moss or the fire was gonna spread like crazy. I swapped the blocks nearby with cobble, so now I wasn't freaking out about another fire. But yeah, my problems were just getting started. Cause when I went back to the Nether hoping to snag some good loot, my luck was like absolute trash. Got yeeted by a hoglin, then almost splattered from blaze shots. And then cherry on top, a wither spawned. There was no way I was taking him, so I just pieced out of there. And yeah, never going back. Then on day 94, the chunk changed to end portal blocks. I was like, yo, no way I'm getting another shot like this. Time to smack that ender dragon. So I grabbed all my loot and ran straight to the portal. Like, bro, meeting Minecraft in this kind of cursed survival would be insane, right? But then I get to the end and I'm literally shook. Somehow 2 dragons had spawned in the end. Like, bro, what the heck? How am I supposed to fight 2 dragons? But there was no turning back now, so I started bridging to the closest tower ASAP. And boom, got blasted by a fireball instantly. Had to wait for the cloud to vanish first. And then the second I moved again, bam, same thing. Finally reached the tower though and climbed up and smashed the first crystal. Then I just kept taking out crystals one after the other. Only had 2 left, both covered by iron bars. One was super close and I built up easy and boom, got it. The other one though, way far. Well, that Enderman really got unlucky with his spawn spot. Building that far was risky. The dragons could have knocked me off easy. So I built my way up to this this Enderman hangout spot and started farming some pearls nice and safe. Though like half of them just fell off the map, lol. But I still managed to grab 2 whole pearls. All I had to do was hit a 3-point shot and the last crystal was destroyed. I decided to build up a bit so I'd have somewhere to run if things got crazy. And since the dragons couldn't heal, I could just chill and pick them off with my bow, while dodging all their annoying fireballs, of course. It was super hard to hit the dragon from far away, so it was awesome my bow had infinity on it. But like, how do you even hit it when it's spinning all over the place? When I got closer to the center, the dragon almost knocked me off. Well, it barely just grazed me though. But then I realized something was off. I couldn't see the second dragon. It just straight up vanished. Honestly, no clue how that happened. So I was stuck with just one dragon to take down, and I almost got him, but he ran away with low HP. So I decided to teleport closer to the portal. By the way, if I remember right, I think I was standing on cobwebs at that time, which means I'd been messing with this dragon all day. And finally, the dragon was defeated. The portal home was open, but I wanted to hang out a bit longer because earlier I spotted some girlish pink lucky blocks spawning around here. OMG, those eggs break so easily. I gotta move super carefully. And the loot from those lucky blocks was all ender theme. I got chorus fruit, ender pearls, and even elytra dropped. Oh no. You can't walk on those blocks like that. Oh, no. Also, I got a shulker that helped me boost up super fast. And after that, guess who showed up? Of course, the dragon. It immediately hit me with a crazy strong attack, but the elytra I got saved me just in time. I didn't want to fight the dragon again, so I just dipped to the portal. And right on day 100, I was finally home. Whew. Those 100 days were totally insane. Drop a comment if you liked this survival stuff and want to see more. Anyway, this was Caster. Don't forget to smash that like button and catch you in the next vids.